My name is Priye from Opobo town here in Rivers State. I've been in Port Harcourt here all through my years, although in one or two occasions I've gone outside the shores of Port Harcourt to do a thing or two. I'm an insurance person. I work with Zenith General Insurance Company in here. I've been with them for 2 to 3 years now. I think April this year will make me 3 years with them. And my job function is to basically fish out the loopholes when it comes to risk in businesses we do in the world generally and in our personal lives. My activity is to look at where there are risks and then try as much as possible to curtail those risks at a particular consideration, which you will have to pay, and then I try as much as I can whenever there are issues of damages. We will come in to fix those things and then make them the way they were before those damages sets in.
Okay, so it's safe to say you're a risk manager.
Yes, exactly.
That's interesting. My name is Jennifer Michael. I am Igbo. I work as a therapist for children with neurodiversity. That could be translated to children with special needs, autism, dyslexia, dyspraxia, all the Ds in the learning spectrum. I work in the school. At the moment. Yeah, your introduction was really detailed, so I think I won't match that. I am 29, and what else? That's pretty much it. I live in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think with Jennifer, we'll be able to do business together outside what we're doing here, taking into consideration that we have a common ground. So, Jennifer, right? So, how long have you been in Port Harcourt? How's the experience like being in Port Harcourt? Also, as a therapist that has to do with people with special needs, how's the experience been like? Because I know that's an area most persons don't like to major on, but you're doing marvelously well in that regard. So,
Thank you. Okay, first of all, I was born in Port Harcourt. My parents are here, I've been here. Just like you, one or two things have taken me out of Port Harcourt, secondary school and stuff. But basically, Port Harcourt is home for me. Port Harcourt is just Port Harcourt. I think it's slow paced, it suits my personality. It can be quite frustrating sometimes, but I think generally I love to be in Port Harcourt. My job is quite interesting because of the many varieties of people you come across, children with these different needs. It's quite interesting and I enjoy doing it. Sorry, I couldn't keep up with all of the questions.
Okay, basically, from what you're saying, you're very much in love with what you do, taking into account that you interact with people from different walks of life and with different kinds of needs. Basically, it's a good one.
Yeah, they are children, so yeah.
Okay, basically children.
Yes,
and
yes,
not
children.
adults. Okay.
No, children. I deal with just children for now, and I love my job, I guess, and brings the money, so I'm fine. I like money, and I like the money I make. Very important. The one I make is the one I love most. So it helps me keep sane. I am able to do what I want on my terms, and that's really great. That's fantastic for me. Yeah, and my job allows me to do that. So yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. So like you've been in Port Harcourt all through. So what is thing you like about Port Harcourt as a person that have been here all through?
Well,
what's that special thing you can tell somebody that doesn't stay in Port Harcourt that, okay, this is one special feature about the Port Harcourt? Just like we know, Lagos is a very busy and a high-speed kind of environment. So what that special thing you can tell somebody and say, this is one thing I like about Port Harcourt?
I think the most interesting thing for me, or the most relaxing thing for me about Port Harcourt is that it matches my pace. I do not like crowds. I do not like fast pace. I like to live life one day at a time, and all the madness of Lagos I cannot deal. So yeah, maybe because I was born in Port Harcourt, so literally I've just been here. I've just experienced here, but that's it for me for Port Harcourt. Well, what's it like being a risk manager? I mean, I not very many people are in that field, so I really don't know much about it.
Okay, basically, as a risk manager, what you do as a person is you try to look out for areas where risk are inherent in whatever we do in life generally. So we have different segments. We have areas that has to do with you and I as a person. We have areas too that has to do with properties, facilities, equipment. It's something that's very wide, but my area of specialization is basically on the general aspect. It doesn't get to do much with the life of a person, but more of fixed assets.
Okay.
So basically what we do as risk managers is try to look out for hazards associated with the line of businesses you do, and then bring up those hazards before you, and then tell you these are the things you do to cut down on the risk inherent, and then tell you what it will cost you, although it will be at a very minimal value, it won't be much, and then try to assist you get more inflows while you're carrying out your businesses with those risk available. So whenever those things plays out, you don't need to start footing the bills for those damages. So as a risk person, who will be the one to come in and then look at the magnitude of the loss you've suffered and then try to mitigate, either by replacing or in terms of money, any of them that you are paying with as a person, just like what you're saying now, as somebody that deals in special needs, basically with children.
I don't know how long our conversation was for, but I was actually bored somewhere. Like, I was bored. So that was the problem, or that's one of the things. I think probably I have self-diagnosed anxiety. So it has a way of psychologically breaking me down. So I would meet someone, I would be really interested, I would have fun and all of that. And a month later, I'm bored. And I think it just got to me because it made me feel like I was not okay. So those are really the lowest points of every relationship I've been in, because it's not like I don't like this person anymore. I'm just bored and out of it. So I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel really bad because,
When you talk about low points, life generally has to do with relationship. It's something you cannot do all alone. You always interact with people, you always relate with people. Basically, when it comes to you and a close spouse and all that, I think my lowest point I've had basically had to do with variably cheating. Of course, nobody welcomes cheating and all that.
yeah.
And
that
again,
can be tough.
basically cheating because it's something that doesn't go well with either the male or gender of the opposite sex. So I think my lowest end has to do with that regards.
When I finally meet someone I actually like, so difficult to do that. But when I do that, it's like the honeymoon stage of every relationship. It's like, wow, you're just yourself. You're just being able to be vulnerable around someone, to find someone that gets you, I guess. Yeah, I think that's it for me. That's the zenith of every kind of relationship I have.
Well, when you talk about high point, first of all, Jane, I would like to ask, you made mention of Zenith. Do you have an account with Zenith Bank?
He's a really nice guy, but he needs to balance. I guess that's it. He just needs to balance personal life and work. I think he's just work, and he lacks the ability. He did not show the ability to play down and seamlessly move from work to personal life and just flow. I think he was stuck on that. Yeah, that's my opinion. Unfortunately, I do.
You do have an account with them?
That's
okay,
unfortunate.
that's a good
Very
one. So, well, basically, when it comes to high points in every relationship as a person, I think a balance is what I look out for. A situation where everybody is happy. Of course, you won't be happy all the time. There are times too when there will be hitches here and there, but I think what's my high point in every relationship I will look out for is having that stability. It's very important for me as a person, because when you're stable, I think you'll be able to do more as a person. So I think that stability is what I crave for as my high points. Then every other thing can be added onto it.
He might have this many facets, but his inability to show them. He was just stuck on one place, and even when we wanted to move along, it was like we needed to consciously take him along. And it was just too much for me to do, I guess. Okay, what do I like about you? I'm a nice person, and my mother taught me to say nice things to people. So, you're obviously very passionate about your job, because, you elaborately spoke about it for quite a while. So I think that kind of passion is a good sign. It shows someone that is committed and that has some level of loyalty, and that is really, really good. Yeah, that's the good part for me. I think that was the best thing I could say at that point, so I said it.
Well, for me, Jennifer, I would say from the few minutes we've had together, I think I would say same to you, because from what you talked about, that area of interest you're majoring in is an area where many young ladies will not want to go into, but you've decided to put in more energy in that regard. I'll give you credit for that. And I like the fact that you very much love what you do, because we are in an environment where people most times just get into dealings because of the consideration they're bound to get in terms of the premium they will get and all that. But from the way you sound, what I like about you is you're not being driven by the premiums you're bound to get as a result of the services you offer as a person, but very much concerned about meeting the needs of people with special needs and all that. And I'll give you credit for that, because it's very, very demanding, and you're very passionate about what you do as a person. Okay, Jennifer, it's nice talking to you. You have a very beautiful voice. I don't know if you're part of your chorister group and all that in church.
No.
You don't?
No, no. Okay. I cannot deal with the discipline. No.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Just like what you said concerning your area of specialization, I think it's a good one. I would like to find out if you have people you're also mentoring in that regards to take after you as a leader, and other when it comes to handling people with special needs and care.
Because I work in a structured environment, I have people under me. I am the head of the unit in that environment, so I have to train. I have to constantly train the people under me. It's like an unending stream of training, like you're training and you're training and you're training. So yeah, Oh, I like your dress sense. I think you dress really well.
Thank you very much. I think she's a person that has a good dress sense. Yeah, she's also a beautiful lady,
Thank
putting on my
you.
favorite colors and all that.
Oh, we share that. That's my favorite color too.
I also like to ask,
In
how
every
long
other
have
thing.
you been in this area of specialization?
I've been working with children generally for 12 years.
That's a
Yeah,
huge
but
one.
I delved into this part 5 years ago.
It's nice, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I must give credit to you because you've spoken very well, and then with the smiles on your face, I wonder what the children you're actually looking out for will be.
They don't
And
like
then
me much. I'm quite a disciplinarian. So
and even at that, but with the smiles on your face and all that, I think they'll also be very much comfortable working with you and all that. It's fine.
yeah.
Jennifer, as a person from our conversation we had, I think she's a person that's very much down to earth, and she loves what she do as a person, looking at her area of interest. You know, much females don't like going towards that area, and with the kind of job she does as a person, it's something that entails you talking to people most of the time, basically children, and for you to be able to look after children that are of special care and need, I think she must have a childlike heart too, which has to do with somebody that is loving, that is caring, that is endearing, that is willing to accommodate. There wasn't any form of disconnection per se, because we talked more. There was that bond in terms of career, what she does, her passion, and then like my kind of person too. With the nature of job I do, I talk to people on a regular basis. I meet people from different walks of life, so we are very much at par because we meet people more often, so we interact with people on a regular basis, and that's what she does too. But the difference is that she is more of attending to kids and all that who need special attention and care, but while I interact with more with people that are of grown-up persons, adult, and then owners of industries and all that. So but I think there is a common ground between the both of us with our area of specialization and what we do on a daily basis.
Priya is a nice guy. He's actually a nice guy that loves his job a lot, and he's very formal and official, and to be totally honest, I pay the compliments. That was just it.
Welcome back. Welcome back. What do you think about them? How well do you think they can play the game of love and play to win at that? Well, we shall find out as the show goes on. This discussion continues on our social media platforms. Please do engage. My name remains Caroline Alfred, and you're tuned into Thav TV. Until I come your way next time, it is bye-bye.